Okay. Captain Price very briefly took the throne, but he was not able to hold on to it. His reign was not extended. He did win a power struggle, but he did not defeat any further challengers or win any further prize money. Luvnest came at him too strong in the mid-game of both games of the series and shut him down hard with medium armor both times. Both times, Captain Price leaving himself quite vulnerable to medium armor. Well played medium armor from Luvnest. Wins him 2 games in a row, and he is the new Star-Crossed King for the first time. For the first time, Luvnest has finally taken the throne. He took a shot at Captain S. Price. He took a shot at OMG Pop, I think. Pretty sure he was one of the 10 challengers. I don't know. There were so many. It's all running together, to be honest. I'm not even sure if that's true. Somebody will have to check YouTube and make sure that I'm right about that. But either way, he is now the king. And he is going to defend his throne against challenger Siddolio. Going to be the first challenger Luvnest is forced to face off against today. And the factions are Soviets versus Oster on Crossing in the Woods, classic KO2 matchup. Luvnest fielding German mechanized elite troops and spearhead. Siddolio fielding shock rifle, tank hunter? No, Lend-Lease. I cannot tell the difference between those two. Lend-Lease and Soviet. No, NKVD rifle disruption. NKVD rifle disruption. Some pretty interesting loadouts this game. Curious to see what gets picked. I'm guessing elite troops and shock rifle. Statistically speaking, but who knows? Anything can always happen. Especially when watching players with whom I'm not as familiar. Engagement seemed to be clustered around the center here in the early game. Siddolio sending pretty much all of his forces into an engagement straight at Luvnest's cutoff, which looks like it's going to succeed. This squad holding back behind for a little while, grabbing the center VP, while combat engineers with conscript support move up and try and take control of the cutoff. These conscripts should have closed into short range. I think he thought he was going to win that engagement, but those grenadiers brought his cons too low too quickly. And as that squad moves to support, Siddolio doesn't think he can win the engagement and is going to oorah back into green cover over here, or simply disengage completely. Combat engineers will probably be forced to retreat very soon.
Your orders, comrade. Comrades.
Conscripts moving to take control of this munitions point, and the other conscript squad moving to take the victory point over here on the right side. Conscripts grabbing control of this area, this green cover position, to try and stall any advance by Luvnest, who has just fielded himself a sniper. I'm quite curious to see Luvnest's usage of the sniper. We haven't seen the sniper as much as I would like post-patch. I'm really happy to see Luvnest fielding it. I'm curious to see if he can pull off a 45-kill sniper, though. That's the highest we've seen in Star-Crossed Kings in Captain Price versus Red Wings. That was a record-breaking, record-shattering sniper, I think, for this tournament. Especially since it was averaging a kill every 20 seconds. A kill every 20 seconds. That is really amazing. I'll be amazed if Luvnest can pull off similar numbers. He is on Crossing in the Woods. Langerskaya is a bit more of a sniper playground than Crossing in the Woods is. Not by much, but a little bit more, because it's a slightly smaller map and engagements are quicker to get into, I think. So, three shots initially, just picking off conscripts at long range, sighting with grenadiers. Needs to kite away from that conscript squad, which is going to oorah straight in. He's got camo. His opponent doesn't know exactly where he is, but Luvnest too slow to kite, doesn't have anywhere to sneak, and will be forced to retreat. And that's what typically happens. This is exactly why it's difficult to maintain that really high kill rate, manpower bleed rate with a sniper, because if you get caught out of position and forced to retreat, your average kills per minute, or whatever you want to call it, goes right down the drain as you slowly have to make your way back into engagements. So nice play by Siddolio to get that sniper off the field, just with a pretty nice ooh-rah maneuver. He also takes control of Luvnest's cutoff right here, shutting down all resource income from the right side, and he's harassed the fuel point itself. But the left point is falling into Luvnest's control here on the fuel point with a single harassing squad of Pyos, so Siddolio will be forced to respond to that with at least one conscript squad. And the cutoff is falling back into Luvnest's hands. Sniper making his way back to the front lines as well. Barbed wire going up on the point itself to prevent Siddolio from getting that. And Luvnest has got a triple cap going against Siddolio now. Points are about even, but Luvnest is about to pull into a pretty strong lead. Two squads of combat engineers making their way to the left side to harass some territory, while the sniper, supported by Grens, works on the right side munitions and gets the fuel under control as well. Pyos will be forced to retreat quite soon, trying to move into close range on those combat engineers across red cover. Doesn't think he's going to get any models wiped, and then the flamethrower pops, so definitely not going to make anything happen in that engagement. No commander selection from either player at 2 command points. Siddolio might start thinking about what he wants to field next. He does drop 250 manpower on field infirmary in addition to his 4 conscript, 1 combat engineer opening. Ooh, what was that? S-mine field. He tried to skirt around the outside edge of the S-mine field to capture this point without a minesweeper, but he couldn't quite get into the capture circle without sustaining a bunch of losses, and a crawler killed the full squad. Oh, Siddolio. A crawler just crawled over another S-mine and wiped his flamethrower. That's happened to me before, I'll be totally honest. That happens to me all the time. Then he just walked another conscript squad right into that S-mine field, though. That he should definitely not have done. Now he's going to walk another squad into this S-mine field. Man, that value S-mine field. Getting so many kills. Conscripts getting pinned by MG42 fire. They're going to be forced to retreat soon. Sniper picking off combat engineers, might get the wipe. And he misses his shot, hits the tree. Grenadiers working on the strategic point right there. MG42 setting up in green cover, is about to get flanked by these conscripts. Nice flank. Sniper in the back is going to pick them off and bleed their manpower. But they will force the MG42 to reposition, opening up engagement on these grenadiers by those conscripts while the MG42 is on the move. Nice play by Siddolio, getting that containment away from his base. Half track on the way to help Luvnest maintain an offensive position against his opponent here. And finally he manages to get that fuel under control despite taking a bunch of losses to the S-mine field, and his cutoff is about to be retaken as well, but with the half track on the front line with MG42 and sniper support, he may not be able to hold his cutoff for very long. Still no commander selection from Siddolio. He has gun tier 2 and is fielding an AT gun with which to try and get rid of that half track. He actually cancels the field gun. Interesting choice. And is going with a Maxim. I guess he just wants a Maxim. I don't know. Kind of vulnerable to the sniper. Just wants to have something with which, a team weapon with which to support his conscripts. But it'll only be able to do so much against what he's currently facing. Maybe he wants it to protect his cutoff. If he chooses a commander with guards, well, he doesn't have a commander with guards, so PTRSs are not an option for him this game. He does not have that light anti-tank utility to take on that half track.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Combat engineers inside this building. Conscripts moving up to engage. Grenadiers right there. Maxim setting up to fire on the sniper. Look at that burst! Look at that burst! He's actually trying to counter the sniper with the Maxim. I thought he was going to get it. Pre-patch, that's a dead sniper. I don't know how many times I've made that comment. I could probably stop saying that now. I think you guys get the idea. But nice try. Nice attempt on that sniper. If that burst had been just a little more accurate, or at slightly closer range, Probably would have gone down before Luvnest could react. Conscripts moving up into green cover, trying to engage. We do have anti-tank grenade research from these conscripts. Gonna lay some fire on the Pios and Grenadiers right there. These conscripts making their way across the north. And these squads are going to reinforce and heal here in the base. Grenadiers in a slightly vulnerable position against these conscripts, but they've got the half-track to reinforce, and Luvnest is just going to keep this containment going. Siddolio is going to take advantage of an undefended right to get that territory taken, while he continues to struggle here in the center. Might be looking at a wipe. Almost! Almost. That last Grenadier model pops out of the half-track just in time. Meanwhile, conscripts taking heavy damage over here from Grenadiers and Snipers. Snipers up to 20 kills. Respectable. About a kill every 30 seconds. 35 seconds. Certainly not on the same level of Captain Price's Sniper yet. Still has some time. Still has some time to try and catch up. And we're at 6 command points and neither player has selected a commander. I think that might be unprecedented in this tournament. Oh, that incendiary round! Jeez, how many models was that? Caught him rounding the corner. I think that incendiary round just nailed 4 conscripts. The rest went down to Grenadier fire. That was so quick. That was painful. That's, I think, Siddolio's first squad wipe. Goes from 5 to 4 conscripts. This squad of cons oorahing behind the Vet 2 now, MG42. AT grenade on the half-track. I think it's going to go down. Got engine destroyed. There. Oh, so close. Just anything. Finish it. Half-track. Destroyed engine. MG42 just retreated. Grenadiers desperately trying to hold the line. Main gun destroyed on the half-track as well. They've switched targets to the Grenadiers because the half-track is not even a real threat. I don't even think he needed to use that AT grenade. Grenadiers just got wiped. Half-track just got destroyed. And Luvnest had great map control for that series of engagements. Look at this carnage, by the way. So many bodies.
Any structure or vehicle can now be repaired.
And the sniper is still alive, picking off Maxim crew members. Wow, because of that incendiary round, it's actually pulling ahead a little bit. At 15 minutes, it's going to be at 30, probably more than 30 kills. Oh my god, those incendiary rounds are ridiculous. 34 kills now. Conscripts want to trade, crossing red cover. Oh, he didn't even fire a single bullet over the red cover. Oh, wow, that snipe! That was crazy! Oh, man. You have to chase down a one-man Grenadier squad with 6 cons yourself to, like, 20 times to understand how unlikely that was. I cannot believe that Grenadier just got sniped. Oh, Siddolio just had a teller mine right in front of an AT gun. As soon as he fields that Sherman, he's gone Lend-Lease, fields an M4C Sherman and almost loses it instantly, but one of the AT gun shots just missed. Oh man, his attempt at attacking ground through the hedge doesn't do anything either. Wow, Luvnest actually a little weak. I think he suffered more squad wipes than he was expecting during the last series of engagements. He lost a full squad of Grens by the half-track, lost another full squad to some super sniper conscripts over here. He's only got 1 squad of Grens right now, fielding a Panzer IV to go up against Siddolio's Sherman. Siddolio's lost 1 full squad to Luvnest's 2. If that Sherman can hunt and kill the sniper, then Siddolio will be way in the lead. But Luvnest has had really strong map control, still hasn't picked a commander. If he goes Tiger Ace, Siddolio is going to have some serious problems. He's still 5 command points away from being able to do that. And he does have the Tiger and Spearhead if he wants to do that later on. He's also got German mechanized. There it is, though. He's got elite troops. Picking elite troops again. Maybe he's going to try and prove to me and everyone else that elite troops truly is overpowered. Let's find out. Game's pretty even so far. Luvnest with a pretty strong early lead, victory point lead. Thank you, Stormless, for the host, also. Much appreciated. But early victory point lead for Luvnest. Siddolio needs to execute pretty flawlessly from this point forward. Taking out the sniper would be a good first step. That Panzer IV plus AT gun combo is going to be a serious threat to his M4C Sherman. He got lucky. He got very lucky twice in a row, taking out a Gren squad and saving his Sherman from an AT gun shot. I don't know if his luck is going to continue, though. He needs to be mindful of Teller mines, and he knows that. He's going to throw that minesweeper on the field and try and support his tank a little more carefully here. 2 anti-tank gunshots connect with the M4C Sherman, and that needs to pull back for some repairs. Huge incendiary hit again, bringing that conscript squad low. 40 kills at the 15-minute mark. Not as impressive as Captain Price's 45. But it will be soon. If Siddolio doesn't shut that thing down, it's actually going to surpass Captain Price's sniper. Maybe not for speed, but for quantity. Certainly something to be said for both. Panzer IV keeping the containment going. Sid boxed into his base again. He does not have field gun. Which is putting him at a bit of a disadvantage against the Panzer IV, because he only has a Sherman and AT grenades with which to contend with this. He needs to set up a really strong flank against those team weapons. Sniper's a little exposed on the right side. Here comes an Ura. He's going to walk right into that sniper out of cover. What is that sniper doing right there? Has to retreat out of the engagement. Panzer IV gets a big hit on them. M4C also takes a big hit. Conscripts closing in on G43s in this house. M4C Sherman gets a nice hit on the Panzer IV, both of them at very similar levels of health right now. Panzer IV shot missing. G43 is doing great work over here on the right side, though, forcing a full retreat from all those infantry squads. Conscripts moving up to engage. Pio's trying to throw down a crazy aggressive Teller mine, by the way. And if Siddolio could just get a little more resources under his control, he'd be able to field that second Sherman and get the spam going a little bit. But unfortunately, he's so contained. And he'll surrender, I think. Which is a shame. He should have at least made one final suicidal attempt around the flanks or something. He was definitely very behind, but it would have been nice to see him at least make an attempt with all of his forces to make one big coordinated push on Luvnest's containment. But Luvnest's medium armor, supported by AT and other team weapon play, again proves to be very strong. And he shuts Siddolio down pretty hard. Short break, and we will go into game 2.